Hello, Sagittarius. How are we doing? It's me, Lauren, the Untitled Tarot. Welcome back or welcome in. It's a little end of March reading for my Sagittariuses. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever it falls in your chart, cross-watcher. You're just guided to this reading. I don't really think, everybody has every sign in their chart, so I don't really go out. Like if I watch readings, I don't really go based off of sign. I usually go based off of the title and the reader and just what I'm drawn to. But whomever you are, wherever you come from, whyever you're here, well, I was sitting with the Sagittarius energy for a little bit. You guys felt very you felt very busy. Very busy energy, busy as a bee. But I was wondering if you guys were actually busy, or if you were just distracting yourself, or if you were just feeling very distracted. I don't know. And then I have a playlist on my channel called The Shuffle. It's got 100 songs or something like that, and I shuffle it up for everybody's pre-shuffle to see how you want to express yourself musically, how you want to sing your song for that day's reading. And you guys got some interesting stuff that doesn't normally come up. You got Jungle by, what's her name, Tash Sultana. And then you got that song Tadao by FKJ and Masego. Is that how you say it? I don't know, but they were very long melodic songs that didn't have a lot of lyrics. And both songs felt very flowy and go with the flow. So I don't know if you guys are trying to push something to the side. I almost get the image of somebody at a desk and a bunch of paperwork, a bunch of paper piled up on top of everything, and there's something underneath it that should be looked at, or addressed, or where you're I'll just get to it, stuff just keeps piling on top of it. It feels like you're busy or distracted doing something worthwhile, you're doing something that you should be doing, but there's also something that you're not paying attention to. Trying not to pay attention to it, trying not to look at it. Like I said, those songs didn't really have a lot of lyrics, but they were very flowy, kind of songs. This makes me think that maybe you're not, like I said, addressing someone or something or a situation. You're not doing much talking about it. Maybe you're just trying to feel your way through. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get into prayer. Source, we want to thank you for being here with us today. Thank you for connecting with me. Thank you for helping me connect with my Sagittarians. Thank you for your love, the blessings, the abundance, the protection, every day, every way, always. If there's any messages in our little Sagittarius' best interest and highest good, please send them through for us. Thank you very much. Lines are open. Let's see, Saggies. I don't want to look at it. I'm not ready to look at it yet. Let's see. What are you trying to not look at? The Emperor. Not look at yourself? What's that? The Emperor. The Emperor can also be a very dominant and potentially controlling energy. So maybe you're not trying to look at a way that a person or a situation has a hold, has control over you. Four of Pentacles, moving on. Death. Is there something still holding on to your energy, Saggies? Are you having a hard time letting go of control of a cycle, of a person, place, a thing. I kept hearing Capricorn a lot too in your pre-shuffle. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Capricorn maybe, or if you have Capricorn in your chart. Page of Wands in reverse. Where to put my passions? Don't know where to put my passions. Four of Wands on its side. Not sure where to celebrate. If celebration is to be had. I feel like a lot of this is how you're dealing with the end of this cycle. Two of Swords. Little indecision, being blinded, shot in the dark. Not seeing, trying not to see, not looking at it. You can aim better when you can see your target. Down here. Releasing control. Admitting defeat. Admitting defeat. Maybe that's why that Four of Wands is on its side. Knight of Cups in reverse. Temperance. Upright. Seems like you want to get yourself balanced, get yourself aligned. Perfect vision, I'm hearing, before you express or look at. Take the blindfold off. Makes sense. Seems appropriate. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse. You're not moving anywhere fast, that's for sure. You're going to take this time to take this balance before you express shit to anyone. Or even yourself. Because it feels as though there was not a passionate beginning somewhere. What you thought was going to be the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, ended up with the Death card. Did not come to fruition for you. And this, I feel like a lot of this is you taking time to yourself to release control and not being a little blindfolded, not really wanting to look at it, but also not wanting to move forward yet with this, both of these Knights in reverse. You're not ready to give or express like emotions right now. You're not really open to it, or passion. I think that's where the, like, where my passions lie. Where do I plant my passions? And with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it seems like that's the thing to do. It's like the wheel's just like, stop. Stop for a second. Hammer time. I feel the need to. Oh, my nose is itchy. Oh, it keeps happening. I don't know what that is. My allergies. Ooh, okay. A couple more. What's going on tonight? Justice. King of Swords. Using your logical mind. Think your way out of your feelings. Using your logical mind to think your way out of your feelings. Your justice is your peace. Your Justice is your peace. Five of Swords on its side. On the old flat. Not wanting conflicts. Still potentially like feeling a little bit conflicted in yourself, but working on it, but definitely not wanting to be in conflict with anyone else, which is why it seems like maybe you're retracting. I feel like a very like it's like ships, like instead of them going out to sea, I'm like looking at these knights in reverse, and it's almost like you're pulling them all back in a port. You know, it's like you're shutting everything down, like nothing goes out yet. And then you have the Seven of Cups, assessing your options, all of them. Opportunity in your options. Look for the opportunity in your options. Don't just use them to distract you farther. What is this? 10 of Pentacles. Wasted effort. You don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste time. And so you're thinking like long and hard before you... I feel like there's like two things that you need to like address. Like there's like, I feel like it's like paperwork over here that needs to get looked at, and there's like a phone ringing over here that needs to get picked up. It's like two separate things like happening at once that you're having to like assess and deal with. Like one you're trying to like digest, and one you're needing to like address. One you have to digest, and one you need to address. But it feels like there's already shit that you have to do, like going like busy energy. Like I feel like I'm like a busy like office or something. There's like shit, papers flying, like, and so you're just like retracting it all. You're just like closing the door to your little cubicle, to your office, and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna focus on this shit right now that has to get done before I even start fucking around with the rest of this. I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to waste. Worth the time? Is it worth the time? I guess you won't know till you look at it. Make time. I'm hearing make time. Okay. Make time. Make time to find the answers. You have the answers. The answers are not outside of you. The answers are in the office. The call is from inside the house. You will... Look, and even 5 of Cups. Crying over spilled milk. A little bit. It's like a little... It feels like a little... Like a worn down, like defeatist attitude. Like, oh, it's just too much to look at. Like, oh, it's just too much. It's like a computer overheating. Just like a system shutdown. You're just like, oh, no. Like... But they're telling you... You're the King of Swords, and you have this Justice. Your compass points true north. The way to get yourself out of this conflict or feeling like you're conflicted, or to avoid more conflict, is to reassess your options, because you've been balancing yourself to do so. So that way your investments are worth it. Yes. Learning how to invest. Learning how to invest. How not to spill cups. How not to pour into certain cups. You will find the clarity within yourself. You have to clear out the clutter, like clear out the noise. You need like a moment of Zen. Maybe you need I don't know what you need to do, but you need a moment of Zen. It's like you can see in the dark. You can see in the dark. That's where you're finding your balance, is in the dark, by retracting. But then you have the Sun, because when you go in there and you do that, you'll find out what really makes you shine, what makes you happy. Yeah, you're gonna get your shit together. I believe in you. Let's go into some focusing energies. I feel as though with this King of Swords, you might be coming off kind of cold to people. A little standoffish and a little cold. But I don't necessarily, maybe it is intentional. I was going to say, I don't think it's intentional. But then I also heard maybe it is intentional. So maybe it is. Maybe you're doing that on purpose so people know to keep an arm's length from you. Like, don't come too close. But it seems like you're not doing it for like any kind of weird, like malicious intent. It really is just you like having to, just being overloaded by like too much. Like I said before, like you are distracted. That's probably why you're trying, like you're not saying much, not expressing your emotions or your passions. But you are, like with the songs that I was talking about, like you are trying to like more kind of feel as you go, feel the situation out. It's funny, I said that one of the cards flipped over, and so I flipped it back over and it was the Wheel of Fortune, but it was upright. So, maybe feeling out how to turn that wheel in your favor, huh? Let's see. Let's get some focusing energies. Now that we got a little bit of an idea of what's going on, what do we need to focus on to deal with this? That was the Everyday Witches Tarot by Deborah Blake, if I didn't mention. And this is the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Saggies. I'm going to focus some energy for my Saggies, please. Anything else? Just two? Okay. Just two for you. Two for you. First thing you got out. Beginnings. I love these. I'm just going to show you both at the same time. And you got darkness. Just be quiet for a second. It's kind of where you are. There's a lot around you. Everything from this big, huge moon, this big tree, these tiny blades of grass, this little rabbit, the whole universe, and just a little dirt path before you. Where do you go from here? Where have I been? What's the road behind me? What's it look like in front of me? It's dark. I can't see much. Maybe I'll just sit here for a second and think about it. Right? But once we realize that we can't sit there forever, we have to start hopping along our path in some direction. And when we do that, with these deaths, it kind of looks like, I'm just pulling this into my head. Maybe you brought this in for yourself. Look at this King of Swords. Look at this Death card. They look almost the same. They're standing the same. It just looks like he changed robes. We decide whether or not the things that happen to us are going to be our end or our beginnings. New moon. New day. The answers are inside of you. It's okay to retract. Take your time. Take your time. Measure twice, cut once. Especially when you're dealing with other people. What do I want to do for your advice cards? Let's do the... I have two animal oracles that I like to do. The general consensus of the spreads, if you didn't know, is I like to do some tarot to get your general story out, and then I like to do 3 sets of oracle cards. I like to do one for your focusing energies, how we're going to deal with this situation, and then I like to do another oracle for advice. I have 2 spirit animal oracle decks. One is from Colette Baron-Reed, who does a good tarot, and the other one is from Kim Kranz, and that's the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal Oracle deck. So I like to bounce those ones back and forth, because I like to do, after the focusing energy, one for advice, and then I like to pull like another card or 2 at the end as just like a one more thing, like an on your way out tip from Spirit. So we're gonna do the animal spirit from Colette right now. Spirit, thank you very much for these messages for my Saggies. If there's any else like advice, let us know, please, and thank you. Start from scratch, back to the drawing board. Clean slate, I'm hearing. Wouldn't it be nice to have a clean slate, I'm hearing? You're not trying to take any advice right now? These cards won't shuffle. Not trying to take any advice. You're like, I'll balance myself. I'll get it all done. It's like, I hear somebody like, you're not gonna be able to get all that done. I'll get it all done. Maybe that's that like Capricorn energy. We just had that Capricorn moon not long ago, so maybe something happened during that Capricorn moon. Maybe you're channeling your inner Capricorn. You're dealing with a Capricorn. Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. You're very much, your process is guided and protected right now. Did I drop anything else? This is the Eagle Spirit. Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. You never know what you'll find when you start to dig. Because it's Rabbit Spirit, baby. Now's a lucky time. There's something you've been putting off doing, looking at, addressing. Now seems like a good time to clean it up. Now seems like a good time to call it back. Get your ducks in a row. Spring cleaning, I'm hearing. Spring cleaning. Rabbit Spirit. I can tell you, look, now's a lucky time to go down the path. Anything else? No, we're going like this. I love when that happens. I love when the cards just sync up like that. You get Rabbit Spirit in this, I'm gonna. My little Sag. I love Sagittariuses. Sagittariuses are great. All right. Let's get your little one more thing before you go from Spirit. Let's see what they have to say to you. This could be anything. This could be advice. This could be an energy that you should be watching out for, an energy that you should be exhibiting. Got one out. You got two out. All right, thank you, Spirit. First up. Oh, you have three. I didn't even see what was hiding behind it. Ah, this is so exciting for you. Frog Spirit. Clear out the clutter. I said that earlier. I forget what I was looking at, but you really just like assessing. Oh, I've gotten incense everywhere. Oh my. Look at this frog. Look at all this rain. It's like, it's black rain, right? It'd be heavy, it'd be annoying. All these little drops everywhere. Chip, 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 chop, 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 chop. but it's cleansing. Go in. Quit holding on. Quit trying to control so much. Purge it out. Cleanse your soul. Take a spiritual bath. Sit in your hot tub. Go for a run. Read a book. Meditate. Align your chakras. Watch some Netflix. Do whatever you gotta do. But you gotta squeeze out the sponge a little bit. So that way you can think a little bit more clearly. Cleanse. Clear out the clutter. Renew. And the next card you got out is the Lion. Because you're strong and you're loyal and you're steadfast and you're smart. You're strong enough to accomplish what you want. You're strong enough to make the right decision. Not out of ego, not out of pride, because it is the right decision. That is why the lion is the king of the jungle. You're like baby Simba. You're like learning how to roar. You got this. You know how I know you got this? Because this little sneaky card right behind it. Cosmic Egg. Because when you go in, clear out all that bullshit, get your mind straight about what's behind you, what's in front of you, and what's next on your path, you will be strong enough to go forth full of pride, true pride, not ego, because it is divinely guided to you. There are lessons to be learned here in your next adventure. This is the universe wrapping you up, protecting you while you go in. If you're like I said, you're kind of retracting your little eggshell, you know, it's like reverse osmosis, retracting a little bit. The universe is hugging you through this process. We got you. You're gonna grow. And this cosmic egg, it's a snake. That's a regenerative energy, shedding of skin. This death and this rebirth. It doesn't always have to be you set your whole life on fire and build something new on top of the structure. Sometimes it could just be an emotional death and rebirth inside of yourself. The way you look at things, the way you used to look at things, the way you look at things now. A new perspective changes everything. And you were very much guided towards it. And you were very much protected during this process. Look at the Technicolor. You're full of life. Shedding your skin. Rejuvenating. Take your time. Take your time. Assess your options. 10 of Pentacles is yours. Whenever you're ready for it. So, Sagittarius, thank you very much. This is very fun. I hope this found you well. If you need anything, I'm here. If you want to chit chat, you do so down below. And I will see you next time. Thank you.